All right, all right. Hey, trust you are having a great day today. Here we're kind of talking about our weekly macro video. One of the things our team is talking about is, of course, you see from the videos that we shoot and the things that we do a good bit dealing with what's going on in the economy, what's going on in the market cycles, what's going on with supply, demand, all these various factors that have an impact on us as an investor and an impact on you as an investor. And, one of the things that I want to really kind of expound on, I shot this in a video, it's twofold. I did it on a social media video that I posted to Facebook, but it's like, the theme of it was not everything that glitters is gold, right? And what I mean by that is that, if you go on social media, Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, you see people just, shining star, everything's perfect. And, the tragic reality of that is a lot of times I think you're not seeing the honesty or the full picture. And so, I've seen that there are folks who have multiple businesses maybe that are failing or have failed. And then they're talking about this new business or this, other business that's, hey, really great. And so that's not really a truthful depiction of the reality of that's gone on in their life over the last, year, 2 years, or 3 years, because you've got these instances of these failed businesses, but then the portrait is, hey, man, everything's great and da-da-da-da, And then I also have seen where you have people who behind the scene, not shown, on social media. And again, I'm not saying that you got to put everything on social media, but like their relationship or marriage or family is falling apart and they've gone through a divorce, but yet it's like, yeah, everything's great. And, here's this new, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever kind of thing. And like in a real way, it's putting forth this false depiction that like everything's fantastic in my relationship when in reality that's not been the case in the truth. So I just share that to say as a cautionary tale, not everything that glitters is gold. Like, we've tried to be, have authenticity with what we're talking about. Like I've shared with you and done extensive videos on some of the challenges that we've faced with the hurricane properties that we've battled through and, the multiple 4 years, 3.5 years it's take working on that, or with the evictions that we faced in some of the counties that are even to this day still running 7 to 14 months on eviction with their liberal, kind of policies that they've adopted that are really not even within the scope of the law. I've shared with you about the challenges we've had on fires, or even, my own personal times of having challenges in relationships or things of that nature. So again, I think, that's the truth of everybody's life. Everybody's life is not perfect. So again, I want you to be cautious of that. The other thing is, you need to really be aware of the fact, what are people's intention, right? What are they doing? Like, because I see people out there that share data and talk about things, but realistically, what they try to do is they're manipulating some of the data to try to position themselves. And what I would suggest to you is that you want to look at people that are positioning themselves based on the truth of their position. You know what I mean? And their expertise. And what I mean by that is like you'll have people that say, oh, well, look out, median home prices are down, real estate's going down. And well, what's their motivation or reason behind it? Because then if you take the data and open it up and look, it's like, okay, yes, in that market, median home price was down. That's not average home price. What's happened is maybe the higher tier homes, let's call it the $1 million homes, hadn't been selling in that moment over the last 3 months because of elevated interest rates or the various reasons. And as a result of that, now they're excluded from the subset because they didn't have much in the way of transactions. And so then that brought the median home price down of homes that sold. Does that make sense? It wasn't the average, it was the median. And, and so then now certain individuals will use that in a dubious way to try to motivate people to take action or to, do certain things. So you got to understand the motivation behind it. I've seen other people say that, apartment rents are down and it's a terrible thing. and the market is not good. And it's like, well, no, what's happening is price pressure on A-class apartments. There's been in a lot of markets, not every market, but a lot of markets, there's been the delivery of new construction because of some of the delays that had happened during the pandemic. And so now those deliveries are bunched up, and that puts price pressure on that market because you've got more and more units that need to be leased up. Now, and again, what the person's not saying is the truth is that doesn't affect the C plus, B minus type property that rents for $1,300-$1,400 because that A-class property's got to rent for $2,500. It's not the same tenant. It's not the same reality. And, and then the other thing is like, oh, the market is destroyed. You've got properties coming into the market. And I've shared with you about the opportunities that are coming that we know and I've seen and already see that you need to be prepared for. But I say that to you because I continue to see both in direct marketing features that I've seen with people, and then also, like I share with you on social media, people that are trying to work an agenda, and they're trying to either, one, position themselves like, hey, nothing's ever happened that's gone wrong, or two, they're using data to try to manipulate things so that they can maneuver to get you to move toward an outcome they want. So I just want to encourage you, be wise where you're taking in your data from, be wise about how you are looking at things, and also don't, look at other people's social media and say, well, my life's not so good as compared to that, because you don't always know what's going on behind the scene. All right, hey, you have a blessed and victorious week, for this is the week God has ordained for you.